Hey everybody, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back in effect with my husband.
Byron, back again. It's been a minute, but how y'all doing?
I hope everybody's been great because of course, life has its ups and downs, but we can honestly say that we've come back with so many different good testimonies, nothing bad on our end. And we're just grateful and thankful to God to be ending another year and going into another one with our baby and just so many other great blessings on the rise for us.
Yes, I want to piggyback off of that too and say that it has been a lot of blessings for us this year. Like, we might not have shared anything, but behind the scenes, it's been a lot of good things going on. We can only thank God for it, because God has been just moving. He's been showing himself every year, and it's like every year he shows himself even more. So we can't wait to see what 2022 brings also, because from 2020 to 2021, it's been a great year. And then this whole 2021 going into 2023 been even better. So
Yeah, and we're not perfect at all, but we can honestly say and give this piece of advice. If you're not in your word, meaning your Bible, please get into it. And if you're not praying together, if you're a couple, engaged, married, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever you are, even if you're single, because everybody doesn't aspire to be a husband or wife, and that's absolutely okay. That's not for everybody. But whatever you do, pray. Pray before you go to sleep. Pray when you wake up in the morning. Pray throughout the day. Just pray, pray, pray. And when you manifest things, it doesn't have to be manifested on social media. Manifest it in your notebook, in your journal, in your notepad, in your phone, whatever it is that you're believing God for. Pray over it daily and believe it. Talk about it as though it's already happening for you. And I promise you that it'll start to happen for you, that it will happen for you.
yeah, being consistent and praying every day, like, you literally will see the difference over time. It might not happen overnight, but over time you just start seeing the difference. And then on top of it, you find yourself not even, like, you don't even worry about nothing. You already know God got it. So when you keep praying like consistently, things just go smooth. You find yourself in a better mood. You find yourself not as stressed. So we really want to tell y'all to just keep praying every day consistently, morning, noon, night, whenever. Just keep praying, keep believing, and always, know what you want to pray for.
Exactly.
Know what you want to work towards. Believe it and keep praying, and it'll happen. And also, of course, you got to put your work in, put your end of the deal in also, because it's not going to go anywhere if you don't. But put your end of the deal in, pray to God, and God will come through every time. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's true.
As much as you think about whatever that thing is, pray about it. Anytime it comes to your mind, pray about it. And you have to just believe it. I know it sounds crazy, even though it's not there, but it's just, what am I trying to say? It's like having faith for something or knowing something is going to happen even before it happens.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah.
Believe it or not, a lot of our prayers start off like that. We cannot have something and we'll talk about it in our prayers as though it already exists. And that's just how we've learned to do things. And it's not to be fake or have a fake prayer. It's, to me, that's a part of manifesting. You're talking to God. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out prayer, oh God, do this, or go, like, you talking to God. Whatever way that you talk to God, that's the way that you talk to God. That's between you and God and nobody else. A lot of people, to me, confuse manifestation with being in competition with others or just material things. To me, that it goes so much deeper than material things. Material things to me is but the bottom on the list for me. My health is so much better than what it used to be. My mindset is so much better than what it used to be. So many things are just happening for us in our lives. And I'm not saying that we've never been down, because we have. First and foremost, I don't ever want anybody to feel like they only talk about the good things. No, we've had our struggle moments in life. And who's to say that we will never get to that point again? But my prayer is that we never do, and that we continue to praise God in the midst of it all. Whatever happens, I want to continue to praise God, because he's the reason for it all, for us being in the position that we've been in, and the position that I believe we're gonna stay in.
And even if you are struggling, I know it's hard. I know it's easier. It's easier said than done. But
praise him
even
anyway.
yeah, praise him anyway. And even when you're struggling, take that time to actually learn from it.
Yeah.
When you get out of it, reminisce sometimes and think about how you made it through those hard times, because it'll build you up and make you a stronger person. So the next time you go through a struggle, you can be like, I've been through this before. I know what to do. I believe in God. Keep praying to God. God gonna come through like He did last time. So it's just pretty much when you're going through this struggle, it's like also you're gaining experience. So you got to use that experience, turn it into wisdom, and keep it moving. Because whenever it happens again, you be like, all right, I've been through this again. It might be a little harder than last time, but I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna stay here. I'm gonna make it out of it.
And I never believed this until I had my own child. A lot of people don't look at it like this, especially in our generation. Some do, some don't. But having a baby has changed my mindset so much. I want to win so bad in life because of that little girl in the back room here. She has inspired me on so many levels. I've always been a strong, determined kind of woman, but the moment I found out I was pregnant, I just wanted more. I wanted better. And more doesn't necessarily consist of material things. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted the material things because I just wanted more for her. But I just wanted more mentally. I asked God to help me grow mentally, help me grow as a person, help me grow as a woman. Before anything, before any of these things, I'm a woman first. And I just asked God to just help me be the woman and the mother that she deserves. No child asks to be here. So I feel like when a parent is here, there, everywhere, and doing the things that they once did before they had a child, I mean, to each his, how do you say it?
To each his own.
To each his own. But me personally, I feel like her being in this world helped me to want to do things differently. I'm not saying that I can't do none of the things that I did before I became a mother, but I just want to do better for her, for me first, but for her, because she deserves that.
Yeah, once you being a parent, it should make you pretty much, mature and know that it's not just all about you. It's about your child too. And the only thing we're trying to do is be the best parents we can be for her. So we're trying to learn constantly and just trying to do the best that we can do and set a good examples that she can look at us and be like, okay, my mom and dad did this, now I know what to do. They did, just pretty much teaching her right from wrong the best we can, and to keep her as pure as possible for as long as possible.
Because to be honest with you, it's a lot of things that we just don't do or say around her. I'm not saying we don't slip up, because we're human, but it's a lot of things that we try not to do or say around her, simply because, like my husband said, we want to keep her as pure as possible for as long as possible. It's not not being real with her. It's not showing her what the real world is like. Of course, I want to eventually show her what the real world is like, but come on now, she's only a year and a half. I don't want to just put, baby, you know this song say this for real. Baby, you know that people do this, and you know how you got here. I'm not going to do that. But if you do that, that's what you do with your child. But do not tell me how I should or shouldn't do something with mine. Somebody that I birthed. She came out of me. Yeah, we did this together, but she came out of me. So, just saying.
Yeah, and hopefully y'all don't take it the wrong way, people out there, but I know some probably will. Just because you was raised a certain way, it doesn't mean you have to teach, the exact same way. It's okay. It's more than one way for it to be the right way. That's not the only way or the only right way. You can come up with your own ways. You can start your own traditions. Some might not understand it, but if it works for you and your household, I say do it, as long as it's something right.
I feel like a first-time parent or first-time parents needed to hear that. Don't let anybody make you feel like your way is the wrong way, because it's not their way, or it's not a way that they're used to. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I feel like that's all it is an opinion. And it shouldn't stop the way that you feel like you want to do things with your child. If you don't want people feeding your child certain things, speak about it. If you don't want a person feeding your child from their mouth, speak about it. It doesn't matter how close they are to you. If you don't want somebody kissing your baby's hands, if you don't want nobody touching your child at all, That's your personal opinion. You had that baby, so speak up. It's okay. Some people will be mad, some people will be hurt, some people will feel some kind of way, but at the end of the day, that's your way of protecting your child, and that's your parenting style. So how can anybody go against that?
Yeah, I'm gonna warn you now. Like, it might not be like that for everybody. Some people will get bashed, but that doesn't mean you got to change what you think and what you believe in. Like I said, as long as it's not harming the child, as long as it's something that God will look at and say is right, I say go for it. Everybody's not gonna understand it, and everybody's not meant to understand it to begin with.
Everybody's not supposed to understand it. As long as you and the mother of your child and you and the father of your child agree on these things, and like my husband said, it aligns with God, that's the only thing that matters. It's supposed to be a period after that, not a question mark, not an exclamation point, not anything, but a period. That's it.
Yeah, because you never know. Like, something you come up with, it might be an even better way than, what you was taught or what you heard. It doesn't mean it's just one way is only the right way.
And
it could be more than just one way.
And I believe that everything is a learning curve. Everything is a learning process. At one point, every parent was a first-time parent. And the last thing that you want to hear somebody tell you is what you're doing wrong. I'm sure. Certain things you will take in, like, oh, wow, I never thought about it that way. But if this is something that you're always hearing, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to tell you this, but you should do this, or you should do that, or, she this, or it's like, okay, I'm still going to do it the way that I want to do it.
Yeah, everybody got to remember at the end of the day, most people that have a child, they're grown too, so everybody's grown, so everybody should respect each other as a person being grown. It doesn't mean you just got to go out of nowhere and try to tell another grown person how to do in their own household if that grown person isn't asking. If the grown person is asking,
that's a whole different
then that's different.
Topic.
That's the time when you can,
step in,
say your opinion and just,
leave it at that.
Just don't do it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, especially for first time parents, let them experiment.
It out. Yeah.
It might be better ways they can come up with.
If this baby is still alive and not getting super little because we're not feeding her, and she's just not in harm's way, and not just for us but any parent out there, do your thing. Period. Do your thing. And this is not even what we meant to talk about. That's how you know that we're parents for real. But we literally came on here just to talk about 2021 as a whole, the ups, the downs, the virus. Like, this thing has hit hard, hit home on so many levels for both of us. We've had close family members who've had the virus, and thankfully they're still here. They're still here to live, to love, to fight, and to just get past this thing. And we always talk and say we wish that this thing never even existed, and I'm sure a lot of you all feel the same way. And that's a part of the reason why we're so like we are with our child as well. It's not just viruses out there, it's so many other things that are out there that we want to protect her from for as long as possible. And whoever doesn't understand that, it's like, oh well, because that's the way it's going to be. Either you have to get used to it, or you have to get used to it. There's really no other way, or no other option, no other bending, no breaking, no nothing, because we had her. And this is the way that we feel about everything that's going on. And I know I made a lot of Corona videos in the beginning, but now I'm really like, what's the word? I'm not going to say scared, but now I'm like really on guard with it, because it's hitting so hard and so close to home that I just feel like, wow, it literally doesn't have a specific person that is hitting. It's hitting babies, elderly, just everybody. It's just hitting everybody. And I just pray over my baby. I pray over my husband. I pray for our family members on both sides, that everybody just stays safe. And even for us, that we just stay safe and clear from all of this mess. And for as a mother, I just feel like I'm supposed to protect my child. It's not about acting funny. It's about being cautious. especially when you birth somebody. You're supposed to take certain things serious.
Yeah, it's like right when you want to let your guard down, you can't, because it came back full force. I know people get tired of hearing about it, but it's still here. It ain't go anywhere. And it doesn't matter if a person is vaccinated or not, everybody's catching it. So I feel like everybody, we got to put our guard back up and just don't let it catch us off guard, because it's hitting hard, hitting close and hard.
So it's not, some people say, I ain't been nowhere, I ain't did this, I ain't did that. Why I gotta put my mask on? Why I have to do this? Why I have to do that? Why even ask? It doesn't matter if you've been to a party. It doesn't matter if you've been to a large gathering. I'm pretty sure you still go to the grocery store. I'm pretty sure you still do this or you still do that, or you're around people who are doing certain things that may be around large crowds, or I don't know if I said that right. You may be around people who are around large crowds. You may be around people who don't wear their mask properly or at all. So therefore, I'm going to ask you to put your mask on. It's not to be funny. It's not to be trying to badger you or anything like that. I'm just protecting what's mine. That's all.
At the end of the day, you should respect somebody's household. That's how they feel. It shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be a question like why, or I don't have nothing. I ain't been nowhere. I don't do nothing. It shouldn't be there. It should just be okay. Or if you don't agree with it, or if you have a problem with it, then you should just say, you know what, I'm not gonna come. You know, I respect how you feel, but I'm not gonna come and visit. And I would be totally okay with that.
It's all right to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
But you ain't got to be disrespectful at the same time.
You won't be disrespectful. Not coming over here, you won't. But I just pray that everybody stays safe, not just from the virus, but just from demonic spirits, demonic people, demonic activity. Because just like this virus is on the rise, the devil is too. God hears and knows the things that we want to do, but I believe the devil does too. And you can't play into his antics. We have to stay prayed up. We have to stay positive. We have to pray for others. Not talk about them, but pray for them. And know that we're not perfect either. Know that gossiping about people is not perfect. I'm not going to lie. I fall short with that too. I'm not perfect, but I sometimes have to correct myself or tell myself that wasn't nice. Forgive me, Lord. And just continue to just be a better woman. I watched something and I love what she said, and it made me think about myself, because sometimes I beat myself up for not having a degree, for not accomplishing certain goals that I've set out for my life. But she said, I may not have a degree on paper, but I definitely have a degree in womanhood, motherhood, and wifehood. And in those three things, I'm good. I ain't saying that I'm perfect with any of them, but if you want to ever talk to me about those kind of things, I bet you'll leave with some type of something in your spirit from it.
Yeah, and that subject alone, that's a whole other video right there.
Yeah.
That we probably going to have coming soon, because that's something I want to touch on too. It's about, how do you define success? But that's going to be for another video. I ain't going to talk too much about it in this one. But
we got something hard for that.
That's coming soon.
Yeah,
we've been sitting here thinking. We got a lot on the rise, so just keep going on this journey with us.
And bear with us, because having a baby and just life can really not set you back, but kind of have your mind and just your focus everywhere. But I'm not going to promise, but I'm going to say that I hope in 2022 I can slow down a bit and get back focused doing my videos, because it's not something that I want to play around with. This is actually my passion. I love talking. I love inspiring. I love giving advice. I love being relatable. I'm just such a down-to-earth, free-spirited kind of person, and if you don't know me, then you might think otherwise. But if you truly know me, then you'll know that Deanne is nonchalant. She's to herself. She's a bit stubborn, but she has a loving heart. She's so loving, and she just wants to touch everybody if I could. But even if I just touch one, that's enough for me. And that'll let me know that I've done what God wanted me to do, and that's touch people in a positive way. And that's all I want to do.
Yes, and I feel like my wife has testimonies for days, so it should be a lot coming on the rise. And just hope everybody just pay attention, listen, soak up, get what you can from it. And in the meantime, look back at the old videos too. There's still a lot of good stuff in the old videos.
And share me all over your social media pages. Talk to me in the comment section. Subscribe, y'all. Please. It's free. It's free 99.
Treat it like it was something negative. We know if it was something negative, it'd be everywhere. So treat it like it's negative.
But for now, we hope that you all enjoyed this video, and we hope to see y'all soon. Stay safe and have a good time for New Year's.
Yep.
I mean, for New Year Eve and for the New Year.
Yep.
But be safe. Be safe. Be safe, y'all.
Yep. All right. We'll see you after the New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.